So here are what I think are 5 of the best perfumes for the modern woman. There's a lot of perfumes out there that, according to many people's tastes, are antiquated, or maybe they're a bit old school, or maybe they would have been more comfortably worn in a different decade. Like, for example, I have Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, and I think this fragrance is absolutely stellar. However, there are a lot of women who say, you know what, that is so 10 years ago, 15 years ago, whatever the case may be. So it seems like a lot of women have abandoned wearing Flower Bomb in lieu of more modern releases. But you know, it's fragrances like these that, in my opinion, are timeless. Nevertheless, Flower Bomb is not on the list, just because I am going to prioritize some of the more recent releases, and I'm telling you, all 5 of these are quite exquisite. But before I dive into the video and I tell you about these 5 incredible perfumes for the modern woman, I want to start the video off first by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, please hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up as well for the YouTube algorithm. It would truly mean a lot to me, and it goes such a long way in terms of the discovery of this channel, among many other things. So if you want to pick up any of these fragrances, you may do so at incentivesperfumes.com. I'm going to drop the link down below in the description box. It's going to be the very first link. It might be perfume or perfumes. I don't remember if it's singular or plural, but nevertheless, I'm going to drop the correct link down below in the description box, which, by the way, is not an affiliate link. I am not making any commission. I am making $0 off of you utilizing that link. But I do want to spotlight some incredible brands and incredible people. And I personally met the owner of Incentive Perfume in person, and he is such an incredible, amazing person, super down to earth. And so I'm always happy to support good people when I encounter them, and you know, when life has a way of allowing us to cross paths. Anyway, number 5, and this one certainly deserves to be on the list. This is Libre by Yves Saint Laurent. Now, this is a beautiful orange blossom fragrance, and my God, it smells so good. Every time I go back to it, I'm like, this is exquisite. Now, this one specifically is Flower and Flames. This has a bit of like a coconutty personality. I do have, pardon me, I think I have the original here as well, and then more recently I got the new one. I forget the name of it, but it's housed in an all gold bottle. This is an amazing fragrance, right? Anything from the Libre collection just smells very clean, very elegant, very professional. This is the one that you wear in a corporate setting. You wear this to the boardroom, to the office, when you want to close the deals. There's nothing sweet about it, no gourmand tendencies. There are no frills with this one. This is a very straightforward, I'm elegant, I'm professional, I know what I'm doing, I'm very confident, I'm incredibly intelligent, my intellect is at an all-time high. This is a beautiful perfume. And again, I think the one that you get, because I also have the Le Parfum Flanker, that's been one of my favorites of all time. And if you just saw the color of the liquid inside the bottle, you would know right away that it's some super long-lasting juice. Whichever one you get is going to be contingent on your personal taste. I always say that. So try them all, see which one you like, end up getting the one that you're really into. Now, if you have more of a playful personality with the spice, I think there's rum, there's vanilla, it's a bit sweet leaning. Good Girl Blush Elixir by Carolina Herrera is the way to go. Of course, there is the original Good Girl, which is a lot of tuberose, vanilla, cacao. One of the perfumers that worked on it is Canton Biche. And then we have Very Good Girl, which was also made by Canton Biche, but it just smells way too similar to this gem of a perfume here, Delina by Parfum de Marly. So I recommend it as an alternative. I just don't find it to be too unique, you know? But this one is awesome. There is that twist of modernity on it, but this is a bit more playful. So it's for the woman who's like, I'm here until 5. As soon as it hits 5, I'm clocking out because I have a lot to do this evening. And she loves hanging out with her friends. She loves the finer things in life. You know, she likes to, you know, spend some time out on the town, maybe have a couple drinks. You know, it all depends on the specific individual, but basically it's for the girl who knows how to have a good time. Now, the next one, oh my goodness, and I should probably put this one, yeah, it's all right. I'll talk about this one next. You know, they're really in no particular order, but I just truly love all of these. So this is Dolce & Gabbana Devotion. And this, I believe, is the Eau de Parfum Intense. Yeah, this one is a bit more of an ambery bottle. I also, where do I have shelves all around? Oh, it's still on the shelf over there. I almost dropped this. This is a lemon pound cake type of a fragrance, right? I think the original is going to be a bit easier to wear. This one I would suggest at the moment because fall and winter are right around the corner, specifically fall. And so if you're looking for something that's a bit denser, a bit longer lasting, of course, there's also, what is it called? My Devotion. Smells nothing like its predecessors. And I tried it a couple weeks ago, and I mean, I was quite surprised that it was released under the Devotion line because it's quite different. But again, it's one of those perfumes that I would recommend you try before you say, you know, I'm going to buy this because it's within the Devotion collection and it's housed in that all pink bottle and it's a beautiful presentation, but it smells so different. This one is a lemon pound cake. There's lemon, there's vanilla. It's such an iconic fragrance. There's so many brands out there that have put out their own version of the fragrance. One of the Shahoors by Al Absar, I know, is a take on this DNA. And there's another brand, and I thought I had it somewhere here. There's another brand that has also put out their version of this DNA. It's super popular. Again, it straddles the balance between, you know, being playful, but also being quite modern and amicable. And it's just beautiful. The next fragrance is for the, here's the thing. I would say Libre is maybe for not a much older demographic, but for a woman who's very confident, very self-assured. This next one is just super playful. Like, this is flirty. This is like the woman who doesn't care. This is the woman who's just always down to have fun. She'll call in sick so that, you know, she can go to the beach with her friends, or, you know, she's the one that, you know, doesn't mind, you know, giving her number out to a few different people, but like she never returns their calls. This is Burberry Her. Beautiful fragrance. I love it so much. The strawberry, there's like this sweet gourmand property about it, almost like cotton candy-ish. It's something else, I tell you. And the original Burberry Her was made by Francis Kirkjohn. And then there's Burberry Her Elixir, which was made by his understudy at the time, Jerome de Marino, when he worked at Takasago. Anyway, the fragrance in the number one spot for this list, at least, is actually also a Francis Kirkjohn composition. I was very impressed by this. I know he has his own brand, of which I am a huge fan, and I own many of his olfactive offerings. One of my favorites is probably Absolu pour le soir. I have a lot of respect for Baccarat Rouge. I also love Cologne pour le matin. I love Aqua Universalis Forte. And then, of course, from, you know, perfumes that he's made for other brands, there's Le Male by Jean Paul Gaultier. Even, you know, some of the flankers that maybe didn't do as well. Anyway, we're talking about perfumes for the wonderful ladies out there. And this one is Jasmine and Blackberry. Thank God. Thank goodness. There are so many perfumes within this collection that, in my opinion, just kind of, it's an iconic line. And I know people are probably going to have a love-hate relationship with it because, to me, it smells different from everything else in the collection. And that's also what happened with Sauvage, right? So they released Sauvage Eau Forte. What a name. And smelled nothing like the original Sauvage, which was like this overdose of ambroxan, Sichuan pepper, black pepper, bergamot. But this one, I love it. I love this one so much. Blackberry, jasmine, I think a few different varieties of jasmine. And then on an online fragrance forum, they listed a marmalade accord. Anyway, it's amazing. It's super classy, very sexy, gives slight old money vibes, but it's almost for like the woman that's kind of hard to read. Like, wow, she has like a very modern sense of style and a fashion sense, but at the same time, like the poise with which she carries herself is very like old money, you know, very, very proper etiquette, impeccable style. This is a Miss Dior Essence by Christian Dior, brand new fragrance. I don't think Incentives Perfume will have this one yet, but nevertheless, they do have the others. I just feel like we have 5 different fragrances for 5 different personalities. These are really in no particular order. Check out the website. Do me a huge favor. They have some incredible prices on Creeds, Bond number 9s. I think they have Parfum de Marly. They have many, many different brands. I was like beyond impressed with what they had. So thank you so much. I appreciate it all. I hope you took something of value from this video. And of course, if you did, please do consider supporting the channel by clicking subscribe, hitting the bell, and giving this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.